So Kylee Dennis founded Two Face Investigations, an agency dedicated to combating romance scams and protecting vulnerable individuals from online predators. With extensive experience investigating the authenticity of dating profiles, Kylee has developed expertise in identifying red flags and verifying digital identities. Her passion for education drives her work. She believes awareness is the most vigorous defence against scammers. Through her educational platform, she shares crucial insights and victim stories, removing the stigma surrounding romance scams while empowering others with knowledge. Kylee's commitment to educate to eradicate has helped countless individuals avoid becoming victims and has supported those recovering from financial and emotional trauma. Her work spans social media platforms, regularly sharing resources and warnings. As an advocate for online safety, Kylee continues to make a meaningful impact by turning personal experiences into powerful tools for prevention and healing. It is my pleasure to welcome Kylee Dennis.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. I'd actually planned this as being good morning. And how are you all? I hope you are having an amazing conference. My name is Kylee Dennis, and I thank you for that wonderful introduction. And I am the founder of Two Face Investigations. And today I'm going to take you behind the mask. I'm going to show you a little bit about what scammers are, who they are, and how we can possibly protect ourselves from this digital deception. But before I do that, I'd like to introduce you to my family. Sorry, I don't have the clicker with me. Here we go. So I want to introduce you to my brother Jason, my dad Bob, and that's me. And we are I don't think I can use it. I think they're going to do it. We are a blue blood family. We've joined the New South Wales Police Force. None of us are in it anymore. And we spent nearly 60 years serving this wonderful state. And we served it with some pride and some integrity. And the reason why I'm telling you this, it'll give you a little bit of an understanding as to who I am and why I do what I do. Now, it's interesting, the experience about being a police officer taught me that criminals are good, but if we work together as a collective team, we can make a difference. So let's go through scams themselves and let's look at the fight against the deception of scams. That one's not working. Sorry guys, we've got a bit of, there you go. So this is going to shock everybody. Over $1 trillion last year was lost worldwide to scams. 1 in 4 worldwide are a victim to a scam, and that's all scams. But what concerns me is that in Australia, we lost $2.03 billion to scams last year. 2.3. But the sad part about that, not everyone reports scams. I've been scammed twice, $29 and $80, and I have not reported either of them. And the concerns I have is that we know that scams is a deception. We know that that is their job. And in the world of romance scams, which is number 2, Aussies lost $156.8 million to romance scams. People just looking for a companion. So though those statistics state that, this is not right. That is wrong. We have lost more than what is reported. And the reason why we have lost more is that there is this shame attached to being a victim of a scam. And we will talk about that a little bit more. So everyone wants to know how I started this. So I didn't leave the police and join this. I went into business with my husband. But I want to introduce you to my mum. This is my mum. My mum was 78 years of age at the time that she made a phone call to me, and she'd been single since her early 50s. So she rang me and she said to me, guess what, I've met somebody. So I was absolutely excited for her because she's found somebody. So the story was, his name was Donald. He was a businessman from Sydney, and he was currently about to retire, but he was just finalising a contract in Turkey. Okay, rightio, I said to Mum. And she said, and we've been dating for 6 months in secret. Okay, red flag number 1. And they'd never met. Red flag number 2. So I've put my detective hat on and I've said to Mum, can you send me some photos? Which she did. And I identified that the photos belonged to a real estate agent in a small town in California, United States. He was married and with a grandchild. No, it was not Donald. Mum was a victim of a romance scam. So I went, okay, let's sort of see what's this all about. So moving into that world, I decided to start two-faced investigations. So why are we targeted in the world of scamming? So we talk about this world where we have this greater financial resources. Sorry, I'm just going to let the team out the back go to the next slide for me. We're educated. But do you know why we're targeted? Because we're kind. We have kind hearts. We're trusting. And we believe what we are told. And the hardest part about this is that because I said many victims don't report, there is this sense of fear and this sense of shame and embarrassment. And interesting, scammers know this. Scammers know that we won't report. So they're winning this battle. So we need to go into the platforms as to where we are targeted. So we're targeted in, unfortunately, we all are in this digital world. And I could pretty much say that 90% of us are on Facebook, Instagram, not thinking LinkedIn, that's okay. But most of us are on Facebook. And the world is, scammers know this. Scammers will tap into the world of Facebook. And Facebook is filled with fakeness. Now, let's introduce you to two different fake profiles here. One of them is Barry Dubois from The Living Room, and the other one is our Mark Beretta from Sunrise. Now, scammers have stolen those photos and they've created these fake profiles. Scott Antonio, Lonnie Cook and Raina. Now, it's interesting because I've actually spoken to the scammers who stole Scott Antonio and Lonnie Cook's information to create these fake profiles. Now, I know that you all know who Barry Dubois is. You all know who Mark Beretta is. Oh, maybe you don't. Sorry about that. Okay, so there you go. Everything I've just said is wrong, so don't worry about it. But somebody overseas won't know of these people. So someone in Estonia would go, oh my goodness, doesn't Raina Poppins look delightful? Doesn't Lonnie Cook look great and Scott Antonio look great? So they will then befriend them on Facebook. And it's interesting, so when we look at these, we're allowing people we may not know to come into our Facebook world. And I will keep reiterating it as I talk, is that unless you can touch, taste, feel, all the senses, we don't allow them into our digital world because once they're in, that's when destruction happens. So I want to move into the next slide where I'm going to talk about the world of fakeness. Here is a New York State driver's licence where the scammer has been able to take Barry Dubois' photo and create a fake driver's licence. Now, most people don't know what New York state driver's licence looks like, and that looks real. That passport is my photo. I created a fake Australian passport for 25 Australian dollars. This allows scammers to create a believable story. A story that you will all go, oh, okay, that seems like a real person. That seems like a legitimate person that I am talking to, when in fact, 25 Australian dollars allows me to create a passport. Now, it's not the greatest passport in the world, the photo's terrible, but the purpose is that the scammers are able to do it. Next slide, please. So how easy is it to create these images? And I'm about to deceive you, because for me to go online, I went onto a platform and I created a number of photos. And the photos are, the first one is me holding an award that I had a couple of months ago. I said to the platform, create a woman over in the mid-60s with grey hair. That's the second photo. And I thought, okay, what else can I do? Now put me in the main street of Geneva, Alaska, put me on a park bench and create me at a cruise. That person is not real. I could sell you now to say, that's my mum, that's my auntie, that's my grandmother, that is my avatar. That is my fake persona. But when you look at that photo, you'll go, wow, that looks real. And that is what they can do. And that took me all of 20 minutes. Now, she looks amazing. I'm looking at that going, maybe that's how I'm going to look when I get a bit older. But that is what they do with a simple click of a button. So I'd like to tell you a little bit of my undercover world. So after Mum became a victim, I decided to venture into the online dating world. I created Samantha 62, that's my photo, and I created Robert 67, and that's my husband's photo. And I went online dating. And it was from that point that I realised how bad romance scams were. So when I ventured into that world, I identified that romance scams have a number of red flag issues. One is that they will always take you into WhatsApp. You will spend maybe, if you're lucky, a day, and then you go into WhatsApp or Telegram. Their love bombing is intense, and they will say to you the nicest words you have ever heard in your life, and it will just tap on your heartstrings. But then what happens is there an emergency. They need money for Wi-Fi, they need money for surgery, they need money for a plane ticket. There is an emergency. And they will want that either through a gift card or a wire transfer. And it's sad because they will ensure that you tell nobody. It's a secret. This love that you've found on a dating app is a secret. And it's interesting because if you look at the gentleman with the beanie, don't know where anyone can recognise that, that's Joe Hockey. So you know, Joe's not looking for love. They've stolen a collection of his photos and created a fake profile. Now, we know it's Joe, but someone in Estonia is not going to know it's Joe. Now, that lady in the white shirt, I know her from Melbourne. She's a fashionista, Instagrammer. So I knew her. So as soon as I saw her photo going undercover as Robert, I knew that that was a fake profile. And again, other people won't. And that is what scammers do. So let's see how it works. What they do is that they take collections of photos from Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, and they create a fake dating app or a fake Facebook. And people believe that. Each one of these are real life photos from that's my phone. I've gone onto Instagram, found the photos, and I've married it up to the fake dating app profile. Scammers sell collections of photographs to deceive all of us, whether it is on a dating app or whether it is on Facebook, which is quite frightening. So I'm about to say, don't believe anything, but no, that's a terrible thing to say. So this is how clever they are. So I want to just tap into 3 other little scams that are happening right now: remote access, hi mum, and pig butchering. Now, remote access, very short and sweet. Microsoft, Telstra, Optus, any other platform, do not need access to your laptops or your computer remotely. Do not give anyone access under any circumstances. That's all I'm going to say. No, it's a no-go. If they have, please go and see an IT person. The next one I need to talk to you is hi mum. The hi mum scam, and my poor old mum, she was a victim of the hi mum scam. Oh, it breaks my heart. So this is a real life text. Hi mum, I actually dropped my phone in the sink while cleaning up. It's completely dead now. Text my new number. My phone was on the charge. I was outside swimming in my pool. Mum rings me 3 times and there is no answer. So mum believes this text message. She has no reason not to. So there's a lot more than that, but the text messages are very quick. It is, I need help as soon as possible. I need to pay these bills, it's $4,700. Now, I have another business, so my mum is thinking that I have to pay these bills immediately. Mum doesn't ring my husband. She is just believing what the scammer is saying because it is urgent. So, mum's starting to send money through the bank. I happen to just walk inside and see that my mum has rung me 3 times. I got there in the split second before she hit send. And she said to me, oh no. And I said, Mum, we've spoken about this 100 times. God. So I may have said a few words to my mother, but that's okay. But this is what they do. Hi mum, hi dad, hi grandma, whatever. It's the hi scam. We don't answer hi scams. What we will do is it will ring the person that it's relating to. Okay, they don't answer like I do. Then we'll ring maybe a partner or an auntie or an uncle or whatever. But what you will do is that you will ask a question that only you and that person on that phone knows. And it may be, what's your grandmother's first name? Now, my grandmother's first name was Verna, right? Now, I can tell you now, a scammer's not going to know the name Verna at all. Or what did we do at Disneyland? So it has to be a question that, 1, is not on Facebook that the scammers can find, and 2, is weird. Now, for a friend of mine, she said to her niece, what's your father's middle name? Now, the scammers just disappeared because they don't know the father's middle name. So if you have that little bit of a funny thing in your tummy going, oh, I don't really know, ask a really left of field question that only you and that person will know. Make sure it is not something that is on Facebook that the scammers can go, oh great, yes, I know that. The next one, pig butchering scams. Now, I know country folks might be thinking that I'm talking about pigs and we're going to have pork chops. No, we are not talking about pigs and pork chops. This is one of, I'd say, one of the biggest scams. This is a new player, and this is something we need to be really careful for. The pig butchering scam was coined in China. I can't state that name, so this is what they call it now. And it's about the pig is the victim. They fatten you up, and then they slaughter you. This is what they do. And they do it in the world of investments. You'll become friends with them, whether it be romantically, through WhatsApp, and then they will show you something that seems amazing. Oh my God, look at this. We can put some money, and they'll ask you to put some money into an investment portfolio. And you will put $200 in and you'll get a return, and it might be $400, and you'll go, oh, this is looking pretty good. Okay, I like this. It doesn't seem to be that bad. And you'll keep putting a little bit more money in and a bit more money in, and you will see on a fake platform that you are getting a return on your investment. And you know, okay, I'll be able to go on a trip, I'll be able to help my kids out, I'll be able to do this, and you are feeling amazing. And it'll get to the point where you'll say, okay, I've made enough. I've made enough money to help my family out. And then you'll say, I want to withdraw it. And they'll say, no, you've just got to pay some taxes. Oh yeah, okay, I understand that. And as soon as you pay the taxes and you attempt to withdraw it from the fake platform, it'll be the circle of death. They are gone. You are losing everything. We don't invest anything through anybody you meet on Facebook, or as I call it, fake book, because it's just an awful platform, because this is destroying the world. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by destroying the world and who is behind it. The top photo is a scam compound in Myanmar. In 2019, that was vacant block of land. This is now being built. It is housing victims of human trafficking, and each floor has a different type of scam. Romance scam, pig butchering scam, remote access scam, any scam. We are dealing with crime syndicates, transnational organised crime. And if I could put it in a way, let's think of it like Qantas. It's CEO, board of directors, senior management, staff. That is what transnational organised crime is, and that is now what we are fighting. We are fighting against that, and they are winning, unfortunately. Fake stories, deep fake, and they come collectively together for that sole purpose of destroying us. So let's see what's inside a scammer's toolbox. This is what they do. Now we talk about deep fake and stolen photos and fake documents. I'm going to show you a scripted document. In here is a script. It's like something you get if you're going to, do a movie. This tells scammers what to say. Tells you how to introduce yourself to them. Tells them how to manipulate money. This is what they use to destroy us. And this is what I use when I talk to scammers too, so I can learn more of their tactics. Everything is scripted. Everything that they say to us when you are talking to a scammer is scripted. It is a playbook. You can get it off the internet. It is that easy. There are books out there on how to. So I want to talk about deep fake. Deep fake is, if I'd spoken to you maybe 2 weeks ago, I would have said to you, deep fake is how the head doesn't move anymore and they can't put their hands up and they can't touch their nose. That's all changed now. It's evolving and it's getting worse and worse and worse. Deep fake now allows for scammers to superimpose their face onto a photo and allows them to have the mouths move. It allows them to wave their hands now, to touch their nose, to touch their ears, and I would have said that to you. If you'd speak to someone, get them to do this. The only thing they can't do, as I stand here now, maybe in an hour's time will be different, but as I stand here now, they can't walk around. But I'm going to show you a video. Now, the first video is someone talking about veteran suicide. I don't need you to understand what they're talking about, but I want you to look at the first video. I want you to look at the mannerisms of the first video. It only goes for a short second. And then look at the mannerisms of the second video.
Iraq. We're in this fight together now, just to prevent suicide in veterans. So let's all stand together and help each other out, irrespective of camp badge or units. Fuck all that crap hat stuff, you know, let's get rid of it and help each other out and stop this suicide in veterans. If anybody messages me, well, I'm in the fight with you. I'll help you out, direct you to charities, you know, do what I can for you. Elaine, from the very moment I first saw your picture, I knew I was irreversibly captivated by your beauty and charm. I fell deeply, irrevocably in love with you. You are the woman my heart beats for, the one my soul desires above all else. I love you with every fibre of my being, from the deepest, most profound depths of my heart, Elaine. I'm beyond eager, I'm consumed with anticipation to finally meet you in person this November, my ardent desire.
So you had the benefit of seeing the original photo, the original video. Now, that lady did not have that opportunity, so she's received that video believing that she's talking to her love interest or her friend. Now, on face value, here we can say, yes, I can see that that is a fake video, but when you are receiving something like that, you're not believing that it is fake. You're believing it is real. And it's a sad world, because I have to go back to the touch, taste, feel world. We can sit here and you know, everyone knows about two-factor identification, and I know that's challenging, but I can also guarantee in this room that our passwords will possibly have our street name in it, or our firstborn child, or maybe our deceased animal, or something that is easy to remember, because we have a lot of passwords to remember, and I know that. But I want you to change your passwords. I want you to pick 2 words that don't match each other. Sun, dirt, for example, something that a scammer is not going to know. And you're going to put a hashtag at the beginning, like maybe a 1, have hashtag 1, sun, dirt, 33, and another symbol. Something that a scammer is not going to be able to identify through your Facebook, because I identify people answering those questions. Tell me, what's your favourite food? You see everyone going, oh, I love pasta. Oh, I love spaghetti. You know, and they go through it. Or, you know, where did you go to holidays last? Or what's your dad's first name? And people answer all these questions on Facebook. Scammers love that, because they collect the data. They learn everything from you because you put it on Facebook believing you are doing something right. So note to self, no more answering Facebook. No more. All right, no more. Please don't answer any more Facebooks. Change your passwords. We know that posting something on social media can be an issue, and that's the hardest thing. I want you to lock down all your Facebook. I want you to make it private. I want you to go through your friend list on your Facebook and remove every single person that you do not know personally, because they are phishing, and they are phishing for their next victim. So I want to stop the cycle, and the only way that we can do that is if we do it together. Being a victim of a scam, I've seen it. It's painful. They hurt. They've done nothing wrong. Because I go back to the original statement I made, we're all really kind, beautiful people, and we're trusting. And scammers love that we don't talk about it. They thrive in silence. I want everybody to remove the blame, shift the blame, but I want you to all stand up. I want us to all work together. And if there's one thing that before, if we could just think about one thing that I've said at the beginning. Scammers, if someone broke into your house and stole your bank accounts and your photos, you would be devastated. because they've taken something from you. That's what scammers are doing in this world of Facebook. They're gaining access to your world. They're breaking into your Facebook world and they are stealing everything. And I want to end by saying one thing. Together that we can fight this. We can collectively come together. If you're a victim of a scam, share your story. Because today, I'm deputising you all as CWA Avengers. Because I can't do this by myself. I need some scam fighters out there, and I want each and every one of you to go and talk to one person. Tell them something that you've learnt today. I can't give you costumes like the Avengers, but I know that you can do it. You all have voices because we collectively can make a difference because it's really hard out there. And I can tell you now, I don't want scammers to take any more money from us. We work too hard for our money. And I know how much of a health challenge it has on people's health when they are victims. So I want us to fight this together. If you need me, you ring me, we will talk. But CWA, you are my Avengers, and I expect you to go out there and fight the fight. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kylie. I'm a microphone 3. Kylie,
Oh.
Sue Donoghue, Illawarra Group. Thank you for bringing us up to date with the scamming of the world. A question, is the Nigerian prince still in existence?
Wow. Yes, he is.
Oh.
But now, so if we all recall, remember the Nigerian prince, we used to get the letters, $20 million, we should all be just floating in that money. Then it was the fax machines. Now they're called the Yahoo boys. Now the Yahoo boys, they are trained and they are trained with that documentation. So yes, it is exactly like the Nigerian prince, but now they're just younger and
Yahoos.
more digital. Yahoo boys, and they are truly awful.
Yes. My mother's 93. She's onto them.
Oh, bless her.
She strings them
You
along.
need to deputise her as well,
I will.
please.
Yeah. But I want to thank you for sharing your knowledge, your experience, so that gives us greater knowledge and how to manage these things and pass it on to family and friends. And I thank you for that time in sharing that with us. So can we put our hands together in acclamation?
Thank you very much.
Thank
you
you.
for the opportunity. Thank you. Thank you.